Hi. 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 Hello. I'm Francis Preve from Keyboard Magazine, and today we're going to take a look at the Novation Launchpad S controller. Those of you who are familiar with Hugo Pierre Leclerc's work, also known as Madeon, will know the Launchpad from his pop culture video on YouTube, which has, as of today, reached 21 million some odd hits. So if you want to get a real deep look at an artist using one of these, that would be a good place to start. But here's an overview of what's going on with it. The Launchpad S is a MIDI controller that's optimized to work seamlessly with Ableton Live and FL Studio Pro, as well as any other DAW that utilizes a similar type of clip launching architecture. What we have here in this grid is a series of various clips reflected on Ableton Live by this area encircled in red. Anything within that, you'll see that it's 8 scenes and 8 tracks. Those 8 scenes and 8 tracks can be controlled using each of these buttons. You can trigger them, you can toggle them, you can manipulate them in various ways, just as you would with your mouse. However, you can do it a lot more immediately, in a much more playable manner. Also, there's a mixer control that allows you to control the volume of each of the tracks. So each of these green vertical bars now controls the volume of those first 8 tracks in the unit. And you can move that red grid around in Ableton Live using these buttons and so on and so forth. So going back to the session control, I can or I can trigger an entire scene by hitting one of these buttons along the side. And then use the volume knobs. Now these mixer controls allow you to have direct access to the sends, volume, panning, soloing, arming, and all of the essential functions for those 8 tracks. The resolution's a little bit lower because of the fact that we only have 8 buttons, so it's not quite as smooth as a fader, but it still gets the job done. Most importantly, and I'd like to point this out, a lot of manufacturers seem to forget that people have gig bags. And one of the coolest things about the Launchpad is that it fits perfectly into the M Audio gig bag. It fits perfectly into most laptop backpacks as well, which is something that I personally, as a DJ, find extremely desirable when I'm looking for a product. I don't want to carry things around in road cases. I want to get it to and from the gig. I want it to be compact, lightweight, and do what it's supposed to do. And the Launchpad does that in an excellent, excellent manner. Excellent. For the full report on Novation's Launchpad S controller, check out the February 2014 issue of Keyboard Magazine. I'm Francis Preve. This is Brutus.